Okay, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down my Dream Arc Raiders update. The next update they released, if it had these things, I would be fucking doing backflips in my room, alright? Because it would be so epic. So, number one. Number one on the list. Trials. Fucking trials, dude. I still don't understand this shit. I had someone explain it to me. I still don't fucking understand. You know? I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but Jesus Christ. I like to think I understand things pretty fucking good. And I don't understand this. Why isn't there, like, number one, why isn't there a fucking tutorial or, like, an infographic somewhere? We have it for everything else, but not this? What is this? How do I get these things? Okay, I have to be doing these things, but why? What's the purpose? Do I get this box yet? Why don't I have this box? Why can't I click on it? There's just so many questions that are unanswered. So I think this should be solo focused, number one, alright? Number one, solo focus. Number two, needs to make more fucking sense. Okay? And number three, like, let me get shit. I don't want to have to wait a week to get stuff. You know? Like, let me unlock things by delivering carryables, damaging rocketeers. Let me get boxes and shit unlocked. And then give them to me and let me open them. Okay? Don't have me pay for them, ever. I fucking hate loot boxes. What a terrible scourge upon this planet, Call of Duty. But just give me boxes that I can open, and then there's stuff, you know, just like the Steam decks. Or not the Steam decks, excuse me. The, Raider decks. Like these. Give me these, right here! Oh, yes. Delicious, right? I mean, those ones kind of sucked, but, like, that's better. Look at that. 3 wolf packs, right? Pretty nice. Kind of mid, but it's fine. What about this one? Snap hook! Yeah, and like, yeah, you know, give me that shit. I want that. I don't have to wait a week. I fucking forget about this, and then I'm like, why? I don't even care. And like, I don't even care to compete about other people. Whatever. I know some people really like this, and they get it, but I don't. So, you know, that's what I want. That would be in my dream update. It's my fucking dream update, okay? I can put whatever I want in it. Fuck off. So that's what I wanted. Okay? Make it easier, make it solo focused, and make it so I'm unlocking stuff. And then at the end of the week, once my position or rank goes up, then there's another bonus. Okay? You run through materials and stuff and guns and throwables really fucking quickly in this game. You know? Speranza, this should be like a hub for Speranza, not this like ranking thing. This should be plugged into the world of Speranza to make it more immersive for the player. And I'm being rewarded by the whole fucking organization of Speranza for killing shit. Right? Calling in supply things, delivering carryables, maybe exploring places. I don't know. But I'm getting rewarded for bringing back materials for mainly for killing Arc is what it should be, right? Like 3 of these should always be killing Arc, and then 1 maybe investigating Arc stuff like this, and then, you know, side stuff like gather plants, deliver carryables, you know, something kind of neutral. So then I'm getting rewarded for like fighting against the Arc. That's incentivizing me to fight against Arc and like making it more immersive. So, yeah. This is a cool idea. I don't like how it's executed. Could be better. Next up, having a leaderboard for PvP kills, money, and then all like big art kills, like Matriarch, Queen, the Baron when that gets released. That could be really fucking sick. Dark and Darker had something, well, has something like this, and they have categories for everything. I hate that there's categories for everything, like Cleric kills. Just, you know, they have to do it because they have so many classes. I get it, but it would be nice to just have a simple like top 10 or even world, you know, or top 100. Like try to make it in the 100, and then obviously the top 10 spots are like the juiciest. But like kills, money. Oh, also revives could also be really sick as well. Solo revives, you know, and Matriarch, Queen kills. That could be really awesome. So having a leaderboard, and then maybe the top 1 person. Maybe there's some incentives for being in the top 1 place or top 1st place after like a season, let's say. Then maybe the leaderboard gets reset, and then the people at the top get added to like a Hall of Fame, or they get certain prizes, kind of like I covered in my Prestige video. Those are some ideas. Holding down the button to craft is toggleable. What do I mean by that? Well, if I go into the workshop and I want to make a gun, say I want to make a Venator. Look at this. I gotta hold this down. Why are you taking my fucking life force. Why are you stealing it from me, siphoning it from me, draining my fucking life by making me hold this shit down? Do you know the wear and tear you're putting on my keyboard? Embark, okay? At the very least, let me make it toggleable so that I can just hit the button one time. And I can change that in the settings as I wish, okay? So maybe I do accidentally craft some stuff, but fucking A, I will take it over holding this shit down any day of the fucking week. I don't know who started this trend in video games with interacting by holding buttons down. I want to fucking strangle you, though, because I hate it so much. So infuriating, okay? When I just want to get into the next fucking raid, let me just, you know, craft my shit quickly. Alright? It's very small, very powerful quality of life change. Next. An idea I was kind of playing with, having like a legendary craftable weapon, you know, bench type thing. That it's kind of like an endgame thing that allows you to maybe like mass produce a certain type of weapon at maybe a reduced cost, or like passively, so you just gotta stock it with materials. And then maybe there's also kind of like a version of the refinery that's like a legendary craftable, so you need like, you know, matriarch cores and stuff, something where it requires a lot to build it, right? Very expensive, very time arduous, but once you get it up and running, it then maybe makes a bunch of materials, and then it works in tandem with the legendary, you know, weapon factory, whatever the fuck, to produce, mass produce, you know, mass, I don't really mean it mass like in hundreds, but I mean like, you know, one free gun an hour. And then maybe you could level up that with more matriarch queen cores to incentivize more of that kind of gameplay as well, as an aside. So then you can level it up to maybe make it a you know, level 1 renegade at the first level, and then a level 2 renegade, a level 3 renegade. So in that way, it's more stuff to work towards at the end game, because you, although these take time, you do unlock these pretty quickly, especially if you're playing as much as I do. So having more end game stuff, those are some ideas that I had that I think could be cool. Next, a survival skill that lets you set and disarm your own mines instantly. Let me throw it down instantly when I run behind a door, and let me disarm it instantly. Let me just pick it right the fuck up, you know? Or just like press a goddamn button or use a remote. I don't know what the animation is going to look like, but that would be a nice skill that I would definitely put some points into. Or having it be one of these like, you know, one of these ones. So it's not like you stack 5 in it at a time, but it's just like one big one you unlock. Next up, another survival skill. Let me deploy barricades instantly. Not take them down instantly. That will still take time and make noise, but let me just deploy them instantly. That would be a great survival skill. Next, cred. We get so much cred, okay? I can't fucking spend this. This is just racking up after I complete the decks. Once the decks are done, and these get completed very quickly, my friend. And I think that's okay, okay? I like that they're completed pretty quickly. I like that they're easy. I like that we get a lot of cred. I don't want that to change. I just want more, I want more cred money sinks, basically, okay? So one example of this, how this could work. You can use cred to buy these supply boxes. There should be, so you have this deck, which comes in a set, right? But then they should have like a neutral deck, you know, maybe like here, or like in a selection that I can move down, and it basically recycles. So once you complete it, it then recycles. So it's a way to keep spending your cred and getting stuff, which feels good. And it's always free. Again, no paid loot boxes. You can't pay with real fucking money to get these goddamn boxes. Never do that, Embark. Never, ever, ever. Please, God. Also, another idea to spend cred. Having an arena. An arena-like map, or maybe you just take the maps that you have and then restrict it to one room. And then there's teams, or you could do also a solo version, where everybody spawns in with a random loadout. It only costs cred to get into the arena, and you basically fight to the death to take home a cash prize. You don't take the loadout with you. The loadout is just a random loadout. It's like the tools you're given, and then you got to compete with it, right? So everybody's going to get meds, some shields, but then the consumables, maybe you get grenades, maybe you get mines, maybe you get a snap hook. You know, your guns are going to be different. And then maybe everybody gets 2 guns as well, along with ammo. So it's PvP focused. It's like Stella Montes on steroids, and way more fun. Then the winner of that, the team or the solo, can then take, you know, a nice cash prize of like 30k, 50k, something like that. Or 5, you know, if it's free, then maybe not, that's too much money, actually. Maybe it's just like an extra 3k. or 5K, whatever. And that money goes really fast. So these sound like big numbers, but they're really not. Another idea for spending cred. Oh, by the way, the winner who takes the cash prize, by the way, of the arena, another idea for them is that they have to, everybody has to look at their screen for 3 seconds when they win. So you can't just exit. Like, if you play arena, whoever wins, you have to look at them for 3 seconds as they, like, you know, it says, hey, they've won. 3 to 5 seconds. So that they really feel special. And everybody has to look because they're losers. Next, cred. Spending idea. Being able to pay cred to take on a queen or matriarch or any of the other big arc that later gets added to the game in a private server, a private instance, kind of like a World of Warcraft raid. I didn't really play too much World of Warcraft. You know, I played maybe, I got a character, I did the free trial thing to like level 20. Not really, you know, not really for me, but there's some cool stuff in it. And one thing that I think this game could really benefit from is the raids. Teaming up with players, like, because we want that. Nothing worse, and I've been on both sides of this, nothing worse than trying to fight a fucking matriarch and then having some people come kill you while you're doing it. Or, even worse, you kill it and then they kill you and take the loot. That's just not fun. So let me spend cred to get a private instance to team up with my friends for like a queen or matriarch, right? Maybe just us, my squad, and then maybe for the bigger arc that get added, if you add like super arc bosses, then you could do like a whole server of people. Next, after maxing your level out, earning XP, because once I complete a match, I get all this XP and it just does nothing because I'm not increasing my level anymore, so there's just no point to it. So having extra cash being earned with that XP would be really awesome. Also, XP being used to slowly build up weapon repair tokens. I think this is something they should add to the game, weapon repair tokens. WRTs. That way, because that's like something that eats up the most amount of resources for no fucking reason, by the way. If I want to repair something, what do I have? Hull cracker, right? Probably. If I want to repair this, it costs about the goddamn, look at this. I'm repairing it like, you know, 33 points. Look at how much cost it has. This is an aside. This also should be lowered. Just fucking ridiculous the price it takes to. I'm basically building a whole fucking new one. Alright, look, how much does it cost to build that shit? Hold on. Okay, maybe not. But still, it's really expensive. I don't like how expensive it is. Maybe not the same as building a new one, but fuck goddamn, it's expensive. So let me collect weapon repair tokens with my XP. So I'm being rewarded for playing the game by then being able to just spend a token to fully upgrade or upgrade it, you know, a section of my gun. That would be pretty cool. I would like that. Next, matriarch and queen are hard as fuck to grind and take out. You spend tons of cash, at least 100k per person on that. Make them more expensive. As it stands, if I look at, I think I got matriarch left. I've used the queen ones. It's $13,000. Okay, $13,000. We don't have endgame craftable workbenches like I proposed. So there's no real reason for the fucking matriarch shit unless you're crafting what, these? I don't even know. What the fuck do we even use these for? Why is this here? Oh, the affiliate. Okay. So I gotta use one of these fucking things to make a goddamn it should let me create multiple of them. For the fucking work I put in to get one of these things. It's so ridiculous. So I think that they should make them worth more. Like, way fucking more. You know? I mean, guns are worth more than this shit, you know? Like, goddamn, like, how much is a zip line? 3,000. I mean, this is like 1/5 of a matriarch? A zip line is worth a fifth of a fucking matriarch reactor. That's insane. Insane. Not only because it's probably a very high-tech technology, right? From a game, you know, being in the world standpoint, but also just to take the motherfucker down as one less of those against humanity. Like, I should be able to sell this for like 80k, 90k. And again, you see why I have so much money here? That's because I do Stalamontis free raids. And occasionally I get some stuff because I'm able to get out and it's not just a fucking bloodbath, you know, fucking firing line, firing squad, bloodbath. Or the occasional solo raid and I'm just selling a bunch of shit when I'm able to get out, you know? But I can easily spend this in like 3 rounds. I can deplete this so fucking fast. So it's not like by making this 80k, you know, you suddenly detonated the fucking player economy. Like, it's fine. Make them more expensive. Make all these fucking things more expensive. Look at this! Look at this! A fucking Bastion cell. Is it just the one? Hold on a sec. 5. Okay. 3 Bastion cells worth as much as a fucking Matriarch. When a Matriarch can fucking summon so many of these goddamn Bastions. You know? It's just silly. It's just silly. So, change that. Make it more expensive. I'm grinding my fucking life out. Trying to bring in, you know, 400 Hullcracker rounds, heavy rounds, Hullcracker, 2 shields, consumables. Most of the time just to die and not even succeed anyway. Or not even get enough of the fucking material in the first place. So it's like, make it worth more. Next, make keys more expensive and their loot better. Also have different. So when you put the key in the lock and turn the door, it should then determine in that second what kind of loot is going to be in the room. And there should be tiers. So for the damn staff room, there should be a green key that provides, you know, okay loot, like basically what a security locker currently is. And then there should be a blue version like this for the same key, for the same room. But a blue version that then gives a higher quality loot. And then an epic version which gives even higher quality loot. And then make those quality of loots that you get from using those keys way better. Because right now they kind of suck. Especially if you're going in with a squad. Not everybody gets a lot of stuff. And it's just like, ugh. It's not really that exciting. It's like, oh, yeah, I guess we'll do that. Like, you got a key? Yeah, I got a key. Cool. Okay, let's just do it, I guess. That's the vibe. Instead, the key should be like, whoa, fuck, you got a key? Like, let's hit that room. Like, holy shit. It should be an event. And right now, it's not really an event. And I think it should be. Next, more free loadout diversity. I play so much free loadout, Stella Montis. Give me different guns. A little bit more ammo, a little bit more meds would also be great. Meds are so bad in this game. Okay, look at this. Look at this. First of all, I can't craft medicine. Or excuse me, I can craft medicine. Bandages, easy fabric. I get fabric, that's fine. I can't craft shields without power cells. There should be something else besides a fucking power cell, but maybe it requires more of them, but you get them freely. You know, some kind of synthetic cell or like a homemade cell, a battery. Maybe batteries would be good, right? You can make a version of the power of the shield, or you can make a shield recharger, Jesus Christ. But just use batteries instead of power cells. But maybe it takes like 3 batteries or something like that. 2 batteries. I don't know. Maybe, or 1 battery makes because I don't know how. Fuck it. 1 battery per fucking shield recharger. I would actually be okay with that because you can buy them from the trader. I forgot about that. So make it easier to craft them without having to kill Arc, and make the clinic cheaper. Like, goddamn, everybody's using these things and they cost so much fucking money. You know? It's too expensive. Way too expensive. Just, you know, that's $6,000. Like, what the fuck? These things just bad, okay? They're way too expensive. Change that. Make them cheaper. Give us more meds. Let us craft better meds and give us better loadout diversity. Give me different items, different guns, more ammo, more meds. That's my biggest complaint with free loadouts. Next. Way more augment types for each rarity. There should be also having different materials to craft them, blueprints for them. Different abilities I think would be good as well. Adding more augments was great. They should definitely do that. Having something that maybe puts up like a shield wall. So like it freezes you in place but you don't take damage for a little while. Or like a energy shield kind of thing, bubble. That protects you from most attacks for a little bit, but you can't move, but maybe not against big attacks like a queen stepping on you. Having a blast shield augment, so the first time you take a explosive damage, it cancels it out. Having it do kind of like the Elysium shield in that movie Elysium, where it like projects in front of you to stop bullets for a time. But then maybe at the end of it, it like pops your shield because it like almost overcharges your shield to make that happen. But it's an ability you can pop at will. Iron Ankles maybe is an augment you could use where like you don't take fall damage the first time you drop. Like all of your shield absorbs it, but then your shield pops. Just some ideas, right? So like having more augments and also having... I don't have any examples right now. Also having ability to craft those if you aren't able to already. I haven't seen certain augments for like cautious and stuff. I haven't seen blueprints for that. Or maybe it's random when you craft the epic augment. I think maybe that might be how it works. So just more of them would be great. Next, having a razor wire equipment that you put down, which shreds through HP. Not shields, but just HP. Or maybe it does shield as well, because all damage does damage through shields, so that's not quite accurate to say. But razor wire you put down, kind of like in Rainbow Six Siege. Slows movement, deals some damage, is loud, is kind of like a audio cue for people if they're pushing you, but can be easily destroyed with like even a crude explosives. Having Wolfpack stun, dealing that much damage should immediately stun the arc if it doesn't already from dealing, you know, a lot of damage. Having an upgraded version of the Wolfpack called like a Colossus, which is like a singular homing missile that deals a fuck ton of damage against a Queen and Matriarch. Or maybe does the damage of like 5 Wolfpacks, cripples it, stuns it, like things that deal more damage, because it takes fucking forever and takes way too much damage if you're just doing, you know, your squad and nobody's helping you to take these things down. Next, a PvE wave survival mode. This is also going back to cred. It could be a way to spend cred, another mode for this. You basically go into a raid with equipment, with a loadout that you want to bring, and then you take on waves of arc that you have to kill, and it just goes forever. But periodically, maybe like, you know, wave 5 or 10 or whatever, you're able to then requisition items from your workshop. So you can prepare your loadout, then prepare items so that when you're in the... I think this could also maybe work for like for Matriarch Queen raids as well, and Baron raids, if they decide to make it kind of like a World of Warcraft kind of instance. But like every, you know, certain waves, you can then requisition supplies, so you can pre-craft your loadout, pre-craft all the stuff you're going to need. So then when you're fighting, you can then get more, you know, basically restock your ammo, guns, stuff like that. Maybe not being able to craft it. I don't know if you're able to code that. I don't know how, you know, crazy hard that would be. It might take too long as well. Maybe just giving players 30 seconds to grab whatever they can would be good. Kind of like Call of Duty did with its PvE kind of survival mode. Forget what the fuck it's called. So then after certain waves, there's always like a boss fight, right? So like you'll fight a queen. So you'll be destroying all the stuff, and then eventually at the end of it, you'll fight a queen, and then there'll be more rounds, and then another queen at the end of that. So you're doing this to get a high score. And the high score for a season maybe grants some cool benefits, cosmetics perhaps, but then you're also getting maybe cash as well. Maybe you're like the lore behind this is like they're dropping you off on some place and you got to defend. Well, they you know, download some data or something, and Ark is sending everything they have at you, and you're having to defend an objective, you know, something like that. So then you're getting paid, like your family or whatever is getting paid, so the money's coming back to you. I don't know how the fuck you know, wing it or swing it, but getting cash prizes, maybe, I don't know, there's got to be an incentive. Maybe it's just the high score is the incentive, like just try to last as long as you can and have fun while doing it, and it's a way to sink, to get rid of your income. But you're not making a lot of income as is, you know. It's kind of hard for me to get rich, I found. So I don't know, could just be a money sink, would be a great way to do it. Maybe it's a way to get money as well, I'm not sure, but the wave survival thing could be really cool, just as an idea. Next, an arc that is like a bigger fireball. It doesn't shoot fire, but when it explodes, it releases a bunch of ticks, and then periodically maybe it also like creates ticks. So it's like a rolling mobile tick factory, right? It builds them and then releases them, and then also when you destroy it, it releases a bunch of them. And maybe have it be as big as a surveyor. But I would also want to see it in more urban locations, not just out rolling around in the desert like a surveyor. I would like it to be, you know, more like a fireball, so it's in urban areas, you know, in corridors and shit. Also on that note, making ticks more aggressive would be great. A lot of the time, they're just moving around. Occasionally, they jump on you. But I would like that to go up by like 30 or 40%. Like, make these things fucking attack people like facehuggers all the time. So, like, when you see them, it's not just, oh, I can just let that go or just run around and it will never catch me. It's like, I need to put this down now because it's inevitably going to jump on me. Like, it needs to be a priority. That's what they should be. They're not strong, where it's like, it's not really going to do a lot of damage, but it might fuck you up in a moment where, you know, it's going to be annoying, or it might fuck you up where you have to then get rid of it, and then someone can push you at the wrong time. So it's more of a distraction, but it should be a distraction that you're forced to have to deal with, not just like let slide. So make it more aggressive. I would also love to see different variants of ticks. Maybe ones that are a little bit harder to destroy, like heavier plating. Nothing crazy, but like an extra, you know, 4 or 5 shots. One that deals a little bit more damage. One that maybe, I don't know, poisons you. One that has like a deadline type effect, so when you destroy it, it activates like that sound slowly before detonating. Nothing as big as a deadline, of course, but maybe like a little small impact grenade explosion right where it died, something like that. Next, having unique player controlled arc like a Terminator or other arc that the players can possess. So if you look at a game called Beautiful Light, hasn't released yet, I think it's an early access, maybe, or maybe not even that. They've released videos and footage and stuff, and players go in, it's a looter shooter extractor, or maybe you don't loot, maybe it's just a shooting extraction shooter. You go into a map and you got to go to the objective and then extract, basically. And while a bunch of people are playing as humans with guns, there's also some people playing as these fucking monsters roaming across the map trying to kill everybody. I would love to see, you know, in every raid having a small selection of people, and then you get offered it, kind of like in Star Wars Battlefront. You get offered the choice, like, hey, do you want to play as, you know, Darth Maul? And you can be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm down, let's do it. Or not. I would love that to be randomly offered to somebody at the start of a raid. Like, hey, do you want to play as one of these, I don't know what you'd call them, right? Some division of Arc Hunters or something like that, Hunter Killers. And there's different types of Arc, and you basically go around the map trying to fight other players. Or another way of doing this is have that or it being having one player acting as like an Arc overlord or like a mother, and you could decide to deploy Arc in certain areas, gaining direct patrol paths, right? So maybe you can order Arc to launch at a certain point and then patrol a specific area. Give orders to the Queen, so like you can direct stuff and also get feedback from different Arc, like snitches, for instance. Like when a snitch is alerted to the fact that there's players, maybe that gives you like a little red blop on your map, and then you can maybe decide as this like overlord or mother to then direct like a couple patrol paths that way. So it's like giving the Arc more of an intelligent feel, because right now it seems like they're very, you know, distracted. Like, yes, a snitch sees you and they call some stuff down, but like, shouldn't, you know, if those die, like, shouldn't that warrant an even bigger response? Like, supposedly all these things are connected, like Skynet, right? Like they're all running on the same kind of Hive operating system. So I feel like, at least I'm assuming, I feel like that could be a cool way to add some intelligence and more threat level to the Arc, and have it just be really fun. Next, endgame questing cosmetics suck ass. That's what my notes say, literally. Yeah, I agree with that. The quest, like completing all the quests, you know, they're not cool. I've seen people run around, it's just so lackluster. It's like, damn, I completed all these just to get this shitty cosmetic. Like, make that cosmetic a lot better. Next, can't see, I already covered that in the Prestige, don't need to say that. Oh, when I select night mode on Stella, let me set it permanently. So when I go to play, and there's night raid, as long as this is on, it should, whatever I set it to should just stay there for the next raid. So then I have to manually go back. Because if it's night raid, I'm just going to want to play this 24/7 until it's done, and then switch to this. So let me have that choice. Either make it toggleable or just make it so whatever I click stays there. And yep, those are all my ideas. That's my dream update. If Embark can make all that, that would be fucking sweet, and that would be like super epic, and I would not even get sleep. I wouldn't eat. I would just play this 24/7, and that's the goal. So hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. If you agreed, disagreed, if you have any ideas your own you want to add, curious to see what you guys have to say in the comments.